So, my friends, we have EG making some moves. They announced that they've acquired Aches, Enable, and Apathy, and of course, they'll be joined by Nameless moving into the 2018 season. But it really shouldn't come as a surprise to most people, considering all four of these guys, like back in August, they all like tweeted out that they're teaming for COD World War II, but we just didn't know the organization. So I kind of figured it was EG, since Nameless was still on the team after like Parasite and Nagafen and all those guys got dropped. So it kind of made sense. It is kind of interesting that they chose Enable, who, if you did not know, was released from FaZe. Just saying. But it is interesting that they chose Enable over Assault, who's like one of the top ARs available. I mean, heck, you probably could have picked them both up over Aches, who, to be honest, he's been like a question mark on every team he's been on in the last 3 years. And I do understand that the last 3 years have been Jetpack Call of Duty, so obviously it hasn't been the best. But hopefully 2018 is his year. I'm tired of seeing him struggle so much. He's a natural born leader, and he's had so much success in the past. I'm talking about like back in like Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, COD Ghost. So it makes sense why Nameless and crew would want to team with him going into a game like COD World War II. But anyway, back to Enable. I think it's been made quite clear that he's going to be like the main anchor or the main AR of the team. I do think Nameless stated that he wants to run an SMG again, so there's that. And speaking of Nameless, hopefully he can have a really great year as well. I'm really rooting for Nameless because I was a big Envy. I still am a big Envy fan, but I was a really big Envy fan back in Call of Duty Ghost, and Nameless was my favorite player, and he was so good in like Black Ops 2 and Call of Duty Ghost. I honestly thought he was a top 10 player in both those games, so hopefully he can bounce back. And he hasn't really been on a good team in the last 3 years. But anyway, I expect Apathy to continue being the same player. He's honestly been like one of the best slayers probably since Call of Duty Ghost. I mean, he's been really good in the last like 4 or 5 years. And it was kind of sad to see him leave Team Envious. It obviously wasn't his choice, but it is what it is. I am happy to see that he landed on a really good team, and I do think this EG roster is really good.